he said, let's talk to Ranulph Fiennes. And I said, well, I'm not sure Ranulph Fiennes. He's more an Antarctic sort of guy. Don't you mean David Hempelman Adams, who recently crossed the Andes in Chile in a hot air balloon? He said, no, Ranulph Fiennes does that sort of thing all the time. So I said, okay, just make sure that he has done that. Check your facts. A few minutes go by, and the producer comes back, and he says, okay, I've got Ranulph Fiennes lined up. He'll be on in a couple of minutes. Bill, you'll do the interview. And I said, you are checking with him, aren't you, that he has actually crossed a mountain range in a hot air balloon? Well, no, yeah, I'm across it. It's all sorted. I'm across it. 2 minutes later, the red light comes on. I look at the camera and I say, well, Richard Branson's around the world adventure in a hot air balloon coming to a particularly difficult moment. He's about to cross the Himalayas. It's a very dangerous thing to do, crossing a mountain range in a hot air balloon. Let's talk to somebody who's done it to find out exactly what it's like. Here's Sir Ranulph Fiennes on the phone. Sir Ranulph, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Tell us, what's it like to cross a mountain range in a hot air balloon? Don't know, dear boy, never been in a balloon, can't stand to blow things myself. And that was the end of the interview. So producers, you know, are very, very important. But sometimes they can, as I say, mess you about a little bit. And I'll just, before we get into the awards, tell you just how bad it can be. Again, one morning I was on News 24 with Sarah Montague, who's now on the Today programme. And it was in the days when there was a parallel programme to Breakfast, which was before I started presenting this programme. And to be honest, there weren't many people watching at the time. So the guy in the gallery, a different one this time, says, coming up to the 7 o'clock headlines, I'm just going to tweak the headlines. I want to change the headlines. And in order to do that, I need to switch off the autocue. The autocue, of course, is the screen on which the words flow in front of the camera that gives us something to read. So he thought no more about it, and he switched it off, and the screens went blank, and Sarah and I talked amongst ourselves. And what was supposed to happen was that the seconds would tick up to the top of the hour, the red light would come on, the music would play, boom, boom, we'd be in that two-shot side by side, and Sarah would say, good morning, this is BBC News 24, it's 7 o'clock, I'm Sarah Montague, and then I would say, and I'm Bill Turnbull, the headlines this morning. All very simple. So the time goes by, the producer switches back on the autocue, and you can just see the top two lines that say good morning. Seconds tick away, top of the hour, red light, music plays, we're in the two-shot, boom, boom, Sarah says, good morning, it's 7 o'clock, this is BBC News 24, I'm Sarah Montague. And up in front of my camera come the words, and I'm hung like a donkey. Now, the first thing that came to my mind was, how did he know? I didn't say it, you'll be pleased to hear, which is why I'm standing here in front of you as a working broadcaster, but a colleague of mine, you'd be amazed to wonder who it was, did once sort of follow the autocue, and did say one afternoon, good afternoon, this is BBC News 24, I'm Valerie Sons, which is fine, except that he wasn't. Anyway, I've checked the script very carefully to make sure that no one, especially Darren, has been getting my script this evening, and I'm sure we can proceed. We can get on.